The Africa Commit program is entirely financed by the participating companies in Germany. As a fellow, all costs related to your participation in the fellowship program will be covered, such as flights, accommodation, monthly stipend, trainings, language course. All these things will be covered.
Hi guys, I've got good news for you today. This is probably the best relocation opportunity I've shown on my channel. Now in this video, I'm going to be sharing with you an opportunity to move to Germany with a free visa where everything will be covered, like everything that relates to the program will be covered. So this includes flight, accommodation and other programmatic costs. So in order to find out more, I'm going to take you to my laptop and I'll show you all the information you need to know and how you can apply to this opportunity.
The Africa Commit is an initiative of German industry for future leaders from Africa. It brings together the most visionary young leaders from Africa and leading German companies. Companies benefit from the expertise, knowledge, local network, and unique African perspective of the young professionals. The African Fellows dive deep into the German corporate specifics, German business spirit, and the German culture. So it's a win-win cooperation between the German companies and the African top-tier leaders or African participants. All right. So they are targeting about 286 African professionals. This is their target, I believe, and 32 German companies. So they are targeting 26 African countries. Okay. All right. And these are some of the partner companies. As you can see, there are some top tier companies that are well known. For example, Siemens, Bosch, Bayer, etc.
So welcome to my channel. In case you're seeing me for the first time, my name is Breno and I am changing lives. Okay, this channel is for those who don't have a lot of money and they would like to move abroad to study or to work. Okay, so be sure to subscribe, all right, and click the notification bell. And if you're excited about this content that I'm about to share, please smash the like button.
Let's look at some frequently asked questions so that you would understand more about the program. Okay, who pays for the Africa Commit program? Let's look at it. The Africa Commit program is entirely financed by the participating companies in Germany. As a fellow, all costs related to your participation in the fellowship program will be covered. This includes flight, accommodation, monthly stipend, trainings, language course. Wow, incredible. How do I apply? Where do I send my CV? Please apply through I'm going to take you to where you can apply, all right? Applications sent by email are not accepted. I'm going to take you to how you can apply. Just keep following to the end of the video. Can I apply if I'm older than 35? Now let's look. Africa Commit is a capacity building program for young professionals. Therefore, you can only apply for the program if you are 35 years old or younger. Okay? All right. Now let's look at for which companies can I apply? Now, when applying to Africa Commit, you always apply for the whole program. You should mention your preferred fellowship placement in your application, but we will consider your application for the entire program. During the phase, you can find the available placement here. I am currently studying or working abroad. Can I apply? Now, let's say, for example, you're a Nigerian or you're a Zambian or Tanzanian or any country in Africa, right, that they are looking for, and you are currently not in your country, but you're working in another country or you're studying in another country. Can you apply? Now, let's look at the answer. Yes, you are welcome to apply for the program if you fulfill the general application requirement. Yes. All right. Now, can I apply for the program if I speak French only and very little English? Let's look at it. It is mandatory to be fluent in English to participate in Africa Commit, the working language in many German companies. Okay. So in particular, those are working internationally. Those are working internationally is English. All right. Very important. Now, if you are a native French speaker, we encourage you to apply for the program if you can imagine to work in English. You understand? Now, I do not speak German. Can I apply? So German language is not a requirement, but if you speak basic German, okay, that would boost, that can help. Do you understand? It is not necessary to speak German before participating in the program. So it is not necessary. If I heard about that in the program, they also kind of be simultaneously teaching you German. So they will offer that opportunity for you to be learning German as well, so that by the time you are done with the program, you would have known some level of German to be able to live in Germany comfortably. And there are certain things I'm going to tell you about what will make you stand out in this program. Just keep following, okay? Anyway, there are other questions, okay? But what I'm going to do is that the link is in the description so that you can find it, okay? Now let's look at how can you apply for this program. How can you apply for this program? Now, the next application phase will be in February 2024. Now, this video is to introduce this program to those who don't know about it, and so that you can prepare. Now, how do you apply? So I want you to follow this. I want you to know, okay, this step-by-step guide on how to apply, all right? As well as the tips I'm going to be giving you on what will help you to stand out. Now, the first thing you need to know is to check the general candidate requirements, okay? So you need to check it. Now, let's look at it together. Now, in order to apply for this program, you need to be a citizen of any African country. You need to have a university degree in relevant subject. Okay, so basically, if you're applying for managerial position, you should have a bachelor degree in the area of management or business. If you apply for an engineering job or placement, okay, so you should have a degree in engineering, something like that. You get it? Now, having a postgraduate or MBA is an advantage. Okay, it is not like compulsory that you must have MBA or masters, but if you have it, it's going to be an advantage. Now, you should also have 2 to 5 years of work experience. Okay, then have excellent English communication skills. Basic knowledge of German is an advantage, but it's not a requirement. All right. Then you should not be older than 35 years at the time of application. Okay. Then further selection criteria that they'll be looking at: strong oral and written and communication skills, high willingness to learn German. Do you really want to learn German? And then high leadership potentials, strong self-motivation, be a self-starter, mentally, high level of dedication, commitment, and target orientation, strong capacity for teamwork, high level of enthusiasm, flexibility, and resilience, open mindset, outstanding intercultural competencies, ability to adapt to new environments quickly, ability to reflect on behavior and bias, So you need to take into consideration these things. And another thing again that can help you to stand out, and I believe that they will select you if you have that trait, is that if your intention is to contribute what you've learned in Africa, let's say you've met about 70% or even if not 80% of the requirement, because the reason why they are bringing up these things together is because they want an agent of change in their own country. So they want to use the German companies to foster this change. And at the same time, too, the German companies are benefiting because you're going to be working with them and you're going to help them to do certain tasks. And you can also help them to expand. For example, let's say a particular German company doesn't have a branch in Nigeria. So after they have some participants or fellows who have participated from Nigeria in their company, and when these guys now go back to their country, they'll be able to, it will be easier for them to establish a network and be able to expand over there and do certain things and make the research they want to do. So I understand that a lot of you want to use this opportunity to japa, to move abroad and work in the German company, which is understandable. Now, it remains to be seen as to whether the German company is going to retain you after the program, which I know that some companies might be willing to retain you because they know that you are, like if you did very well and they know that you will be a good addition to their company. All right. But what I'm saying is that if your intention is to go back to Africa and to implement what you've done, it might be in the next 15 years, 20 years. So this is what you should put in your motivation. Okay. Make sure that it is your intention to go back to Africa to implement it. But then you don't need to tell them when you want to go back. So if I am looking for a job and I want to stay in Germany, of course, and I've been looking for opportunity to move to Germany, and this opportunity arose, and I applied to this program, right? And I'm making my motivation, for example, because you need to have a motivation, like a motivational presentation of why you want to go there, what you seek to do through this program, what you seek to your future ambition. Now, if I was the one, right, I've always had a heart for Nigeria. in as much as I know that a lot of people don't want to go back to, they don't want to live in Nigeria now, but I've always have that heart for Nigeria. So if you're someone like me who have the heart for Nigeria, but then you want to still stay abroad and work for some time, take care of your family, gather all the experience you want to gather, and even you might even be working in Germany and still establish something in your country, and put somebody there as the manager there, and while you're working in abroad, you have a company in Nigeria. So it is also possible. Or you might even say that, okay, now these things are within yourself. You're not telling them these things. All right. The most important thing is that you have the intention to go back to your country at the end of the program to implement what you've learned. So it might be that after the program, let's say 1 year after the placement, you got retained by the company in Germany, right? Or it might not even be that company, maybe another company in Europe, or another company because of this connection or this program you attended, you're able to get that job. Then I would encourage you to go for that job. But then maybe in the next 5 years or 10 years or 15 years, you can go back to your country to implement what you've learned, or you can even be implementing what you've learned while you are still in that country, So that was one thing I wanted to let you know, that if you have this mindset, if this is your mindset and your intention, and you portray this in your application, I feel like you have fulfilled about 70 to 80% of the requirement. That is apart from having a degree, apart from being passionate about learning German, apart from you having a work experience. Do you understand what I'm trying to say? Okay, so these are the things I want you to know. Then, second step is that you need to check the available fellowship placements. So let's look at it. It says, thank you for your interest in Africa Commit. Our next application phase starts in February 2024. Check back here for new profiles. So now you're not able to see the profiles of the companies, all right, where you can have this placement. So you need to check back during the when application starts. All right, very important. And hopefully, if I remember, I'm going to make a video around that time. Okay, that's why you need to subscribe to this channel. Also, click on the notification bell so that whenever I make that video, you will see it. Hopefully, I remember. Okay, hopefully, I remember to do it. Okay, then the next step after you've checked the available placement is to register. Okay, and I think it's still going to take us to that place that check back, so time, so basically this is where you need to, but now it's not open, so we cannot register. All right, so then submit. After you've done all this one, then submit application before the deadline. Look at what you can do now if you want to be notified by them actually about the next intake. All right, so what you need to do is to click on here. But before we do that, let's look at application submitted. So after you've submitted application, what happens next? So you will receive feedback on your application within approximately 8 to 12 weeks after the official end of the application period. The partner companies may contact you to do a short telephone interview with you. If your application has successfully passed the pre-selection stage, you will receive an invitation to a 2-day assessment center. The application is not on now and you want to be notified. So get alert by email. So you just need to click on here. By the way, the link will be in the description, the link to this website, so that you can just do these things on your own. So you have to put your name, your full name, for example. Put your full name as it is on your passport, okay? Then you put your email that you want to use, all right? You put the email that you want to use and you click on this one, I've read, and after you do that, you subscribe. Then so that whenever the program starts, they will email you. Do you understand what I mean? Okay, so that's it about this content. If you have any question, put in the comment section below. And if you haven't subscribed to this channel, kindly subscribe to this channel and click on the notification bell so that you'll be notified whenever I drop any content. I've been to several countries around the world. I'm currently living in Poland, and I love it here in Poland. Some years ago, I've wished for this opportunity to be here, and thank God I'm here. And I have this platform to share opportunities, and people have benefited from this platform. I have the skills to help you to make an informed decision regarding where to go to. So this is why you need to subscribe, click on the bell to stay glued to this channel, and please smash the like button on this video to support. Thank you so much for watching. Till I come your way again, have a great time. See you in my next video.